students, I am very sorry because I could not able to upload any video from the last 8 days due to my illness. So from today onwards, regularly I will be uploading videos on the new topics. Okay. So today we will discuss about the business organizations from the chapter 1 unit 2. Okay. So from the first chapter, I hope you have understood what is the meaning of business. Okay. Business is having a broad meaning, a very big meaning. Don't think like that business just only means a shop or dukan or something like that. Okay. It is having a very big meaning. Okay. Slowly you will understand. Okay. In these chapters you will get the full concept of business. So without wasting time, let us start our class. So first of all, we need to understand what is the meaning of business organization. Business organization means what? Businesses, how businesses are structured and how their structures help them to meet their goals. Basically, business are designed to focus either on generating profit, that means earning profit, or to improve society. Okay. So here in this chapter, the page number 22, you will get a table before the starting of the chapter. You will get table of forms of business organizations. So there are different forms. Forms means private sector, private sector, then public sector, then it comes joint sector. In private sector, there are two types of business. First one is incorporated. And second one is non-incorporated. Now students, we will be telling sir what is the meaning of incorporated and non-incorporated. Incorporated means the business will having the legal procedures, which is having the legal positions. And non-incorporated means business which does not have any legal process or any legal position of the business. So in the same way, in public sector also there are incorporated and non-incorporated. Incorporated in public sector, governmental undertakings, and non-incorporated means in non-incorporated there will be governmental undertakings, and in incorporated government company and public corporations. So, and joint sector, in joint sector both private sector and public sector togetherly it is known as joint sector. So in these chapters we will discuss about the sole proprietorship, partnership, Hindu undivided family, and then it comes joint stock company, cooperative enterprises. So basically there are 5 types of business organization. Basically, first one is sole proprietorship. Then comes Hindu undivided family. It is known as AQF. Okay. Third one is partnership. Fourth one is company. Fifth one is cooperative. Enterprise. Okay. So these all forms of the business, okay, in these chapters we will discuss. So first of all, students, sole proprietorship business means what? Sole means single, proprietor means owner. So which means that a sole proprietorship is a business organization, okay, which is run by a single owner. Okay, they will he will invest the money in form of capital, and you will alone enjoy the both profit and losses of the business. Okay, so in sole proprietorship there are some features. Okay, first one is individual owner. Okay. Second one is sole management. Third one is unlimited liability, and the last one is freedom in selection of business. Freedom in selection of business. Okay, so in sole proprietorship these are the features. So individual owner means what? Yes, definitely in a sole proprietorship the individual ownership will be there. Individual ownership means the single, there will be a single person who will be you can say is the entire owner of the business. Okay, who will enjoy the entire profit and loss of the business. Okay, and next one is sole management. Sole management means that single owner will manage the entire business. So if in future if the business expands or the volume expands, so they can take another person in the form of manager, okay, to handle the business management. Okay, in case of unlimited liability, okay, here unlimited liability, there are two terms, unlimited and limited. Unlimited liabilities and limited liabilities. Liabilities, first of all you need to understand what is the meaning of liability. Liability means what, you know, that which is liable to pay in the future. Understood? Sometimes what happens now, sometimes the businessmen they purchase goods from the market on credit. Okay, so there for that business no, means that particular businessman will be the creditor. So creditor means the owner who have taken the goods on credit, he need to return the money on the future, is not it? So that is called the liability. That is known as liability. So here unlimited liability means the liability of sole proprietors can be more than the capital invested. Okay, it means in case of heavy loss, in case of if the business suffered with loss, okay, so if it is not possible to make payment with the help of the assets of the business, not only the domestic assets of the sole trader can be utilized for this purpose, but can be declared bankrupt and held personally responsible. Sometimes what happens is the businessmen they used to take loans from the business from the banks for their business. So at that time, so if they cannot repay that amount, okay, if they cannot return that amount, so at that time the bank will seize the entire assets of the business, and for that purpose the owner will be the responsible, okay, and at that time he will be known as the bankrupt. Understood? The next one is freedom in selection of business. Freedom, if in sole proprietorships, no, any types of business as per his or her will, they can choose the business, any form of business. Okay, it may be a trading business, it may be the manufacturing business. Understood? Okay. So next one is our next form of business is Hindu undivided family. Students, I hope I make you understand. Okay. You just read the chapter properly, automatically you understand. If you do not understand, okay, you play my video, okay, automatically you will understand the chapter. Next one is Hindu undivided family, HUF business. Hindu undivided family. Hindu undivided family means what? Hindu undivided family business is a business which is run and controlled and managed by the eldest male member of the family, who is known as Karta. Karta means, you can say, the manager. Okay. And other male members of that particular family are known as Corporationers. Okay. Only male members. Okay. This is the oldest type of business that prevails only in India. Okay. In other country you will not get that Hindu undivided family. Hindu undivided family that prevails in India only. Okay. Now also in so many places you will see that father is doing the particular business. After father, then son, he used to become the Karta. Then after that, the next younger brother will become the Karta, and gradually it goes like that. Understood? So there are also some features of Hindu undivided families operating according to Hindu law. First one is operating according to Hindu law. Then management, then it comes only male members. Okay, then it comes registration. Okay, operating according to Hindu law, it means that Hindu undivided family business is directed according to the Hindu law. Some laws are there for Hindu undivided families. They need to, okay, operate their business according to that law, that Hindu law. Okay, management. The joint Hindu family business is normally managed by a senior member of the family who is known as Karta or manager. Next one, only male members. Yes, here females are not permitted, okay, to operate the business activities. Understood? Only male members are allowed. Male members, you can say Karta, and other male members are known as Corporationers. Okay, Corporationers. Okay. Then registration. There is no need of any registration of the Hindu undivided family business. Registration is not required, not needed. Okay. These are all about the Hindu undivided family. Very simple, students. Okay. Today up to this much. Okay. You, after watching this video, you go through the chapter properly. Okay. If any doubt, you can contact with me. Understood? Thank you so much.